Valentine and the Sheik and Snuka. It's just an everyday drudgery role to face these guys time and time again. Nice move.
We're very fortunate to have him.
He's in the wrong corner.
We're very fortunate to have them as often as we do here on Worldwide Wrestling because of the great itinerary that they have of having to go across or around the world and around the country to defend their world belt.
And I know that they have a heavy, hectic traveling schedule. I've wrestled on programs in Canada and other places where they were there. Listen to the fans. You're talking about getting behind them. They're behind you. They're the fans' favorite.
That's right. The people's choice. Ricky Steamboat and Jay Youngblood.
Nice drop kick and a headlock and took Glenn Denton over. Now, there's Denton with a near pin, but he's got a handful of tights, and our cameraman caught it. Tommy Young.
He checked it. Everything's all right. He sensed it, though. Steamboat still holding on to the side headlock. Back into the ropes. Whipped across. Steps over. Knee right to the midsection.
Boy, Denton timed that beautifully. Got him right, coming full steam off the ropes. And Summers goes right to work to take advantage of how Denton left Ricky Steamboat backbreaker. And he holds in there across the knee. And Rich, I've been there a few times myself, and the backbone just is not made to bend that way.
No, it's not. Summer's starting to look real good. He's starting to shape up. He's lost a little weight. He's toned up, and he looks real good. Look at that. Caught him off balance.
A lot taken off out of the back right there. And already been taken out of the back out of Ricky. Couldn't hold him up when he got that 240 or 50 pounds of Summers up in the air. And Summers and Denton are proving to be quite opponents for the world champions. Again, Denton trying that maneuver with the backbone. The backbone just doesn't bend that way.
He holds him. Steamboat fighting. There's another tag. Steamboat hasn't seen it.
Jay is reluctant to come in this situation to waste that save, hoping Ricky can hold out because they are in a stern test right here. We have one on our hands.
We do that. Summers and Denton have made a real fine showing. They have really accounted for themselves.
Raked up to the eye with Summers smartly tagged Freshman Denton in, and this is a future young star, too. Right here.
Off the rope.
Backdrop. Here we have a lateral press. Tommy Young down. Ooh, we got a 2 count on Ricky Steamboat right there.
Upset. What a feather in the cap of Denton and Summers if they could upset the world's tag team champion.
Nice maneuver. I haven't seen that one in a long time by Denton. And the fans sense that the world champions are having a tough time. And they're hollering, Steamboat, Steamboat, Steamboat. Very good move by Summers. Again, almost a pinfall. A 2 count right there.
Hard off the ropes.
Right on that back area, Rich.
They've constantly worked on the back of Steamboat. The Hawaiian Punch, though, is trying to fight back.
Double thrust, but that little missed the target. There's a lot taken out of him right now. Denton, a big, tough guy, right on top of him because they sense it. There he goes for... Oh, looked like he's going for a power driver. Ricky upset it.
Needs to make a tag, but Denton slows him up as he goes to the corner.
Cut him over the pass.
He sure did. Now, up on the ropes. Denton comes off. Elbow drop.
He'd have connected with that one. Ricky completely disorientated, but makes the tag.
Now, Jay Youngblood comes in. He's a ball of fire. He's ready and raring to go. Summers starts in. He catches a chop.
The crowd going wild, and so is the Fiery Indian. He knows they've been in trouble here. Double chop off the ropes.
Head slammed into the turnbuckle.
Reverse. Oh, he went right clear through to the iron post.
He did that.
He missed the turnbuckle.
Yes.
Steamboat with an old farm of an Irish whip. Billy Watson used to use that.
What is this?
There's it.
That vertical surfboard. Yeah, vertical surfboard. He got it. Denton says, I've had enough. I can't take anymore. The winners.
But they put up quite a tussle before they...
The winners, Ricky Steamboat and Jay Youngblood. Let's look at it in an instant replay. Fans, this is one heck of a match.
Oh, we sensed that Denton and Summers were going to be quite a stern test. Here's that Irish whip. Denton won. Another one for a little good measure. Ricky Steamboat following right in. Summers and Denton miss a tag. Steamer coming off, goes right in, steps in deep, locks both arms, hoists them in the air, and the world champions prevail.
Wrestling fans in the Atlanta, Georgia area, very shortly, you'll have your first opportunity to see one of the finest tag team combinations in the world today. And, of course, they are the NWA World Tag Team Champions, Rick Steamboat and Jay Youngblood.
Well, first of all, on behalf of Rick Steamboat and myself, Richard, we'd like to thank these people for all the cards and letters that have been sent in through the country asking us to come down to see us. People all around the country have been calling us the People's Champion, and that's one reason we're coming down here is to show exactly why we are called the People's Champion.
That certainly is true, Rick. You are called the People's Champion, and you are the World's Tag Team Champion.
Well, thank you, Richard. You know, as every area that we like to go into, it just takes time. We've been traveling from one end of the coast to the other. We've been going in and out of the United States. And ladies and gentlemen, I know you people down there are very, very proud people. And it's going to be a pleasure for Jay and myself to come down there and hopefully represent you as the People's Champion, as the World Tag Team Champion, to show you our skills and our accomplishments and why we have these belts around our waist. To come to the Peach State, to come to our President's State, is going to be a great, great pleasure. And like I said, you have your state champions, your regional champions, you have your district champions all around the country. But I think at this moment in time, the first time for Jay and myself to come to the Big A town and represent you as a World Tag Team Champion is going to be one of the greatest pleasures in our career.
Well, they're great for us fans, and frankly, it was a traumatic experience that apparently has changed your entire life.
Well, anytime you lose a loved one, you can believe it changes your life, but right now what I have to do is kind of pick up the pieces and move forward and keep Idlemania going as strong as it has been. I'm not going to back up. I'm going to move forward. Idlemania is still alive. It's still strong. It's still well. And my intentions are, believe me, to make Austin Idol the greatest of all time, like I said before. And in the Omni, Baron Von Onionhead, as a matter of fact, it is now Baron Von Frankenstein, because that's what you look like. You look like Frankenstein. There must be a winner. Georgia title. I am the champion. I am the women's pet, the men's regret, like I said before. One Caesar in Rome, one Caesar in wrestling, darling. And you're looking at him in the Omni tomorrow night. You better have yourself together.
Okay, here we go. Tag team action for you. Gene Lewis and Hank Patton and Jack Mulligan and Jim Brunzell. And David, the two big men.
That's right. We definitely have two big men in there right
in the
now.
ring to get us started. This Hank Patton is a big one, David. He's a heavy individual, 300 pounds or so.
That's right. He's 300-plus pounds, but look at the difference in the, both men weigh 300-plus, but look at the difference in Blackjack Mulligan and his 300 compared to Hank Patton. Whoa!
That's right. Patton's built a little closer to the ground than Mulligan is. Way hard to the corner. Slams his head into that turnbuckle, and Patton bounces out.
And Patton does not want any part now of Blackjack Mulligan. All right, they tie up.
Okay, here's the tag now. Brunzell in. And David Brunzell and Big Mulligan, they really complement each other tremendously in the ring because of Mulligan's tremendous strength and his size and his stamina, and Brunzell with that tremendous leaping ability and quickness on his
But
side.
you have to say, Jim Brunzell's no weakling. Now, this young man is tremendously strong. It's just a massive strength of Blackjack Mulligan.
That's right.
All right. Gene Lewis is in there now.
All right, Lewis going with Brunzell in that headlock. Ooh!
Now, that's a tight headlock.
Brunzell was going to sling him off into the ropes, and he held on, and again he held on to it. Very seldom, without the help of a handful of hair, will you see that happen.
That is
He
correct.
really has got that very tight, that headlock.
Dean Lewis, too, is a very strong wrestler. All right. Brunzell goes over. Dean Lewis catches him right into the midsection. Hard on the back of the neck. Headlock
Back in
again.
that headlock, David. He got out of it. He did manage to swing him toward the ropes, but it didn't help Brunzell a lot as he came right back up with a headlock.
Brunzell. That's a good move. Take him down. Take him off his feet. Now the big man.
Made the tag.
The big man from Eagle Pass. Blackjack.
Well, and I thought it was most interesting at the beginning of the program when Gene Anderson, the Iron Sheik, at Hussein the Arab, the Iron Sheik, and then, of course, Jimmy Snuka all out here with Ric Flair.
Yes.
But the very moment that Flair pointed out, look behind you, there stands Mulligan and Brunzell. It wasn't very long that Gene Anderson and those were making a beeline right out of our
Mr.
TV
Anderson,
studio.
Mr. Anderson just does not like it when the odds are even. He definitely likes them when they're in his favor.
All right, here's Patton now after the tag through the ropes.
Blackjack probably wanted to wrestle this Tank Patton because he's in the same size category of superstars 1 and 2 when it comes to weight and height.
Very, very similar to him, David, in size. That's true.
Blackjack is just so big.
And as you said, he has the strength to go along with that
he does.
size. Not only is he big, but he's just a powerful man. There's Patton. Off of the ropes. Blackjack goes down from that tackle.
That has to be some tackle to knock the big man down. Oh, he ran
look at
right
that
into
foot.
the door.
Boy, that almost put his lights out. Into the knee quickly for the tag. Here's Brunzell, and he bounces into the ring.
Brunzell throws him out. He was getting ready to jump up and knock his head off.
I saw that drop kick
Yeah.
coming.
Atomic drop now. Patton goes down. Brunzell goes for the pin. Does he have it? No.
No, he's on the ropes, David. He gets a foot across that bottom rope. That's going to stop the count. And now here's Lewis back in.
Lewis now working on the chest and the back of the neck. Snapmare. Working on that neck. Remember, he had that headlock. All right, make the tag to the big man.
Mulligan now with some good right hands.
And those are big right hands, too.
David, it would be interesting to see if in this match, if Mulligan can come up and get a claw on one of his opponents
That's
here
right.
and see if he can win the match with a claw. We saw him last week use the claw, win a match with it, and the Superstars, of course, had been claiming that his hand was such that he'd never be able to use the claw again.
But you might say he fooled them.
He really
into
fooled them.
signing the contract to wrestle him. Look at Lewis down the back of the neck. Got Mulligan now over to his corner. He tags Patton. Patton comes in now.
They're going to double team him.
You have to double team a man like Blackjack Mulligan.
Well, he goes down from a good hard right that caught him right on the jaw.
Count of 1. Mulligan kicks out. Snap there. Patton goes in the ropes. Oh, ooh.
David, that's 300 pounds down across the throat.
Mulligan threw him off again.
Boy, he gets up panting for a little air, too, after he really had all of that weight down on him.
Wind up. That's a hard right hand. Brunzell takes him now. Whips him into the ropes. Off. Back drop. Right down on the small of his back.
And again, David, it looked like Brunzell, and it was.
Oh, yes.
Getting in a position for the drop kick.
Oh, when he goes up, it's just like a shot out of a gun.
Off of the ropes.
The claw!
He runs right into it. Mulligan with a claw now around the forehead of Tank Patton.
All right, Superstars 1 and 2. Watch this. The claw does work. Very
Patton is down on the
effectively.
mat. He's got his shoulders to the mat. He's going to be counted. 3 right there. The claw definitely is there.
Yes, it does.
As Mulligan put it on Patton when Brunzell slammed him into the ropes. And here in slow motion, you can see how he's got it locked tight around the forehead of Patton. Patton goes down to the mat for the count of 3, and it's all over with our winners, Blackjack Mulligan.